Hello, everybody. It is February 28th, 2018, and today I have Jessica Ariel Morocco, and her website is readingsbyariel.com. That's A-R-A-E-L, and she is a psychic, intuitive, clairvoyant, I guess you can also channel as well, and she'll be sharing her perspective on some of the Q&A questions we've had from the audience members, as well as some of the current events. And we also have Peter the Insider with us. Now, Peter the Insider works for the ACIO, the Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. It's also called the Advanced Contact Intelligence Organization. And his group is responsible for interacting with extraterrestrials and, I guess, interdimensionals, and probably something a lot more going on there. Peter?
Yeah, you are right. Recently, very bad stuff is going on, you know.
Right. And Jessica, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Great. Thanks for joining us. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Okay. Yeah, we're having a little technical difficulty today. We were supposed to do this over Skype, and then we're having some problems with that, so now we're on Zoom, and we're going to try this new platform, and I think it'll work a lot better. But Peter, unfortunately, we don't have as much time, so it's going to be a lot shorter, but maybe actually it's fortunate for a lot of the audience members because most people's attention span is so short anyway. But I wanted to go into some of this, some events that recently I met up with Barbara Marciniak, and I know, Jessica, you expressed some frustration with some of the things that she did, and I was going to ask her a question specifically about the last interview we did with Peter, in which there was the snow in Australia. And before I could even get to ask her the question, Barbara asked me where did I get my information from. And I mentioned Peter the Insider and the ACIO, and I also mentioned, then she was curious about where they get their information from, and I mentioned that their organization monitors different ET groups, including the Numbers Group and Semjase. And as soon as I mentioned the word Semjase, she said, "You blew it. I'm not going to help you. Who's next?" And it was so abrupt because I drove 3 hours this event. I paid money to actually get to ask her this question, and she treated me that way. And she was also, my opinion, she was rude to my friend as well. And so, Jessica, you had a negative experience with this lady. Now, of course, Barbara, she wrote Pleiadians, Bringers of the Dawn.
Yep.
So she channels the Pleiadians, or the Pleiades. And we think that she's channeling the 13, is it 12D?
12D Pleiadians, sounds like.
Which are, and of course, Peter has talked about Semjase on this show. So is there a connection? Is she working with Semjase, or was she, did she get freaked out because I mentioned ASCIO and that organization? What's your thoughts, Jessica?
Well, my opinion was when I went to see her, and it was more than once, that you really have to stay within the parameters of what she wants you to ask as a question. And if you don't, she or her channel gets very upset and doesn't want to go and can really respond very edgy and have an attitude. The concern that I had was my return home after visiting her twice. Is it brought up a lot of memories of abductions when I was a child regarding the Pleiadians. Whether they're directly linked or not, I don't know, but I do know that she was not easy to talk to, and if she doesn't feel like you're part of her camp, she will cut you off. And so, here you are, like you said, you're paying money and you're going to see her, and even if she doesn't, it's difficult to deal with the public, but either you're there for the public or you're not. It's a decision. I do like her book, Bringers of the Dawn, but I had a different impression when I met her in person. And that's, I guess that's a preference. But the bigger concern was the abduction part later. And I think, James, you said you had a weird incident, too, where you felt like you were abducted soon after.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of cut marks and needle marks, like the next day and so on.
Right. which is not to be ignored. That's for sure.
And my friend, he claims he was in contact with this individual by the name of Tyrrellian. He's from the constellation of Taurus in Alpha Centauri. And this individual claims that he said that I was an ambassador from the Pleiades. He said that he talked about me. He said that our mission here on Earth is just to observe, watch, and learn about how to be human and understand life here on Earth. He said, I'm so glad that I noticed her negative personality, that is Barbara's Marciniak's personality. And he says that she belongs to a group of Pleiadians that are firing for control in this part of our Milky Way galaxy, supporting the Orion Empire. She is a manipulator and infiltrator of our Milky Way galaxy, and especially in our beautiful planet Earth. So that's all I really have on Barbara. And I hate talking negative about people because it's not about the smear campaign.
No, it isn't. But if people are at risk when they go and see her, you know, I mean, whether she realizes it or not, and she may have nothing to do with it, but it is something to discuss. Maybe Peter has some insight as to why she reacted that way about Semjase.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, Peter, on Barbara Marciniak?
Technically, it's very easy because she's controlled by Semjase, and you know, so many people controlled by Semjase are extremely touchy. You know, I mean, like nervous once another individuals are talking about Semjase in a negative way. Just by the way, it's very weird. It's an incident what happened to me just yesterday when we made with a friend of mine shows, I mean pre-recorded shows on YouTube in my own language, I mean in my mother tongue. And I was like, these questions are good. I just want to contact this lady. And I was like, what the heck? Because once I sent her invitation to Skype and she accepted that, there was, as an avatar on Skype, there was photo of Semjase. And she was very, like, how can I say that, out of comfort zone, because she told me that Semjase tortured her mentally for many years. Like, you know, she's, how can I say that, hovering over her. She's making her, how can I say that, totally paralyzed, and she's sucking the soul energy via her ears and the head with her fingers. I mean, with Semjase's fingers, you know. And she's trying to tell very crazy stuff, what she will be never capable of doing. You know, I mean, like torturing people, torturing animals, and especially you know, children and small animals. Do you know what I mean? Freshly birthed animals and all kind of stuff. And I was like, yes, of course she's doing that, because she's trying to tell you that you are a bad person, and once you will believe that, you will be very easy to manipulate. Do you know what I mean? Because all the negative energy and all kind of stuff. And this happened to me yesterday. I was like, that's crazy. That's not normal. And she's all over the place. Semjase is all over the place, and she's trying to make this army of manipulated and very easy to manipulate super soldiers. And she's upset not only at me, but at many men, they were not about to, how can I say that, to get to her, how can I say that, to approach her as a woman, do you know what I mean, in an intimate way, and she's doing crazy stuff to us, you know.
But Peter, she's is it a female or a male? Because Semjase is written in talked about in the Book of Enoch as a male.
No,
and
she's female, very young, very attractive female, like 20, 21, 22 years old, very tall. It's like she's
so that's her new body. That's
yeah.
her, but originally, in the Book of Urantia, they talk about Semjase being the one that impregnates Mother Mary. It's
and
very
the Phoenix Journals also says
how can a female do that? I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah, she can do that because she can do whatever she wants. That's the problem. That's the problem, because she's the word. I've got it. She's hermaphrodite.
Okay, so she's the mother of Jesus. The mother of Jesus. I mean,
if you want to call it that way, yes.
Is she really the mother of Jesus, or father?
Believe it or not, but yeah. In physical form, yeah, you are right. Because
all confused.
because it's very easy. It's like hermaphrodite incarnated to female body. Do you know what I mean? That's and she's a vamp, so she can do crazy magic to men, especially to men, and she's very mad at me that I was able to resist her. And now she's doing me crazy stuff, believe me.
Yeah, yeah. She's very vindictive for an enlightened being. She's very vindictive and angry and cruel. Very cruel.
Yeah, you are right.
And then attacking children. I mean, she came after me as a child. And me and other people.
Yeah, but she's, how can I say that? Yeah, I've got it. If we are talking about her from human side, from, I don't know, like psychiatric or psychology way, I mean, point of view, she will be mostly defined as a psychopath with no empathy, total lack of emotions and all kind of stuff, and pleasure of because it is like committing a pain. I mean, but not only physical pain. Mental torturing.
Emotional, yeah. Psychic attacks.
Yeah.
She's very good at psychic attacks.
Yeah, yes. and she loved to see the pain, the sorrow, the mental pain, and all kind of stuff.
Is that why she treated her son Jesus so badly? Allowed him to go through these trials.
Yeah, because she loved to see the sorrow, the pain.
Wow.
But not, once again, not physical. Mental pain.
Does that mean that Jesus was a bad person because his mother was, or father was?
No. He wasn't a bad person. How can I say that? He was a highly intelligent mental entity, astral entity incarnated into male body with very bad
parents.
Fate. Do you know what I mean? Fate.
Yeah, his future was not going to be good.
Yeah.
So if he showed up today, he would go through the same thing again in a different way, but he'd still not be.
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's the fact why Hebrew people don't believe that he is the one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That Christian people believe that he is the one, but the Hebrew people, I'm talking about religion side, the religion point of view. That's the reason why Hebrew people don't believe that he is the one, because they believe that the right one, yeah, can't go through such a, you know, such a crazy amount of pain and all kind of the stuff. That is not, how can I say that, it's not good for the right one.
What is she trying to prove by doing this whole thing, by having Jesus Jesus
it's
come
very
here?
easy. It's very easy to manifest the power, that she can do whatever she wants to anybody, even to her or his, how, you know, it's yeah, to its child, own child, respectively children.
So it's twisted.
Yeah, it's twist logic. Yeah. Just by the way, you told twisted. I mean the word twisted. These movies helped me. So these movies, they are like seven or eight. They are, just by the way, they are based on true stories, and Semjase is in the underground of these stories. Really, I am not kidding you.
What movies are they?
So I mean, like, I saw something. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
SAW. So there are 7 or 8, something like that.
Well, isn't that supposed to be a horror movie?
Yeah, you are right.
I could probably share my screen and bring that up.
And help me, the another one, the Rink. The original name in the Japan is Ringu. Yeah, this is the soul, and Ringu was very about the Ringu about Samara Morgan is very, yes. So this is it. They love to see the pain. I mean, her and her children, and
she seems like more of a demon than a god.
What?
She's more of a demon. She's more of a demon than a god. It sounds like.
And Ringu, respectively, Ring
with Samara, the girl.
Samara Morgan.
Well, yeah, she comes out of the well.
Yeah.
That was actually
the well. That is creepy. That is
but this is it. What I am trying to say. This is she's her daughter, respectively, its daughter.
Okay, so I saw her walking up the stairs.
This is it. This is it.
I saw her. I was sleeping
one night.
Just
this young child, when she looked so innocent as a young child, so she's so lovely and all kind of stuff.
Oh.
And now, when once she's how can I say that? Once she's in hunger, then she will suck you out of the, you know, the soul energy. Yeah, this is it.
All right. Well, I don't want to look at this anymore. It's just it brings back.
Yeah, I literally, she showed up. Well, then her daughter showed up at one of the places I lived at, and I saw her coming up the stairs.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah. Oh, she showed up, and I was like, all right, you know. You just knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So what's the reason why her daughter's around me now?
You know, because they know that you've got a lot of energy. I mean, good energy. On one hand, and they know that you have open channels to different worlds and how can I say that, layers of existation. And they want to, how can I say that, they want to, you know, parasite on you, on your energy and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm tired. I get tired.
Yeah, that's it.
But why do they need me if they have all this and you know?
No. You don't get it. You totally don't get it. They are, how can I say that, unstoppable. They can't get enough. I mean, they never can't get enough. They always want more and more and more. It's like some sort of addiction. I mean, drug addiction.
It's like a vampire.
Yeah, exactly. It's like once you get one dose, small dose of some sort of drugs, you are not addicted. But with two or second or third dose, you are addicted, and you need to make the shot to the vena, like even more frequent and bigger shot, and you are, pretty much done. And this is it, but not with the drugs, intravenosis, but with the soul energy.
Well, I have to figure out how to stop this.
Yeah, it's your fight.
Sure is.
All right. Well, should we keep talking about Semjase, or did you want to move on?
Yeah, we can move on, because we can talk about Semjase for hours. And
yeah. Well, Peter, why don't you share about this story about your friend in Slovakia? Something happened to him. Apparently.
Yeah, that's true. We need to talk about Florida shooter later, but very recently, because in our region, in Middle Eastern Europe, this kind of cases are not happening so frequently. And now a very good friend of mine and investigative journalist in 1%, Jan Kuciak, what is like Jan Kuciak in English language, was murdered. He was executed, literally. It happened on February 22nd. And I mean, the government, the Slovak government, and the police and the secret police, I mean, like information services, they wanted public to believe that it happened because his, how can I say that, official investigative work. He was trying to get to the to public VAT, I mean, like value add taxes frauds of rich businessmen, and which are connected to politicians in Czech and Slovak Republic. But it's not true. I mean, it's not true reason why they ordered the execution of him and his fiancée. Just by the way, yeah, that stuff. This is it. What I am talking about. They were only 27 years old, both of them, and as you can see, it was officially, once again, it happened because of this investigative work. But the fact is, yes, you can see that Slovak government is getting like what, 1 million euro to any for people with any information. Just yes, this is it.
800,000.
Yeah, but it is pounds. It is pounds. 1 million euros. Yes,
you're right. I apologize.
Yeah, so this is it. But this is not the real reason why.
Tax evasion.
Yes, but it is not the real reason why he must die. The real reason.
Tax evasion.
What? Sorry.
He says right here, he focused mainly on tax evasion. I apologize. Continue on, Peter.
So this is it. Officially, you are right. I mean, it is, how can I say that, the official reason the official focus of his investigative journalism. But the real deal is he was about to talk publicly about the stuff, what is going on underground under Czech and Slovak Republic. And it was, there are so many very secret, high-tech military, private military underground bases, you know, all under the Slovak and Czech Republic. And he made tens of thousands of photos and hundreds of hours video footages of this, and this is the real deal, the real, how can I say that, reason why he was executed. I think that Jessica just leave us, or what? I think that Jessica leave us.
Well, she should be able to come back. Can't really check up on it. But I was just wondering, Peter, if there's $1 million reward, why don't you contact them and let them know what happened?
So that's the thing.
Sorry.
So this is it, that these people want just all the problem, how can I say that, to pass out that nothing happened, you know. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they are people from private corporations in US, you know.
I'm gonna just see. Okay, good. Jessica's back. Yeah, Jessica, you want to comment about any of this? We were just going over about this journalist that had pictures of underground bases.
We can't hear you, Jessica.
Well, maybe she can't hear us. Well, Peter, so and you said you have the files?
Yeah, I've got the files. I've got all the files, and it's shocking, because they are doing this crazy stuff, these crazy experiments. I mean, like Dr. Mengele did, you know, during the before and during Second World War. It's crazy. And he was trying to document all this, you know.
Right. Well, maybe you could submit the document, the pictures to WikiLeaks.
I think that it will be the best the best way how to deal with that.
Yeah. There's probably ways to do it anonymous.
Yeah, and just by the way, he told me the very weird stories that once they were investigated with, I mean, he and the small group of another investigative journalist, that there was a strong, extremely white, strong light just above them. And after that, they passed. And after that, they go to themselves, and they were driving the car in different country, in Hungary, you know. And they are not able to speak the Hungarian at all. And they were asking the people, the locals, in Hungarian, but they are trying to ask them in Slovak language, but they are not able to speak the Slovak language. That was the crazy stuff, you know. And I saw the video footage, just by the way. It was from Moravia. It's on the Slovak, Czech and Slovak border, on Czech side, on a big, you know, military area, and they were trying to make some video footage of a huge, like a whale or something, and these jeeps, I mean the drivers of these jeeps, they observed them, and they started to shoot at them furiously, and so they go to the car. They tried to drive away, and then he told me that they passed away, and they were on Austrian German border, so absolutely away. It is like I don't know, a few hundred miles away, and there were marks, like from the bullets. But that's the stuff. The marks are from the bullets at the bottom of the car, what is technically impossible, because it should be like shoot it from a helicopter or something like that, and the rest of the car was, how can I say that, untouched, and so many crazy stuff, So, and after that,
So do they have a gun that can teleport bullets?
yeah, something like that, teleport bullets or machine guns or something like that. I don't know, and or these cut marks on the whole body and all kind of stuff, and then he passed away because they killed both of them. I mean, him and his fiancée, and they passed away for a few weeks, and I was like, what the heck happened? You didn't call me, you didn't answer my text messages, my calls. And he told me that he need to stay low profile because something big is about to happen. And believe it or not, 3 goddamn days, he called me this 3 goddamn days before he was murdered. And he was only 27 years old.
Well, what was the big thing that he thought was going to happen?
How can I say that? The disclosure about illegal activities and alien-based activities all over under Czech and Slovak Republic, that he wanted to get it publicly known.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Is that going to even be stopped? Because, I mean, the information is still there.
What do you mean stopped?
Well, the disclosures. I mean, you said you have the information. He's dead, but how is that going to really even stop anything other than the fact that he's not going to be able to do the disclosures, I guess?
Yes, you are right, but that's another problem that I think that many people in Slovak and Czech Republic will not believe that.
So if you were to come out with the information, they'll just think this is just a huge scam. It's not real.
Yeah.
If he did it, he had a reputation.
Yeah, that's the stuff, because he was just like, VAT, I mean, like value-add taxes, frauds, and all kind of stuff. This is my business, officially. And he was okay with that, but he was accumulating materials, and he was desperate because he have no idea where should he get with that. And I personally advised him WikiLeaks too, just by the way.
Do you think he did that? Did he submit it to WikiLeaks?
I think yes, but I don't have any, how can I say that, any solid evidence of it.
Has he contacted you from the other side?
Yeah, he's now in 5th dimension.
Okay, and can you tell us what he said?
Yeah, he told me that it's way much better now, I mean here from his point of view here, so from our point of view there, because you know, and because you know, it's so weird. And just by the way, it's very weird because his car was transported, it was like what, 100 feet away from my house, and there were very, how can I say that, solid marks from bullets all over the roof and the back of the car, you know. And there was inside the car was small letter, and there was written, "Silence is golden."
Well, Peter, have you tried to reach out to authorities to let them know? Because
yeah.
What do they say?
Because authorities here in Australia know that some sort of teleport exists, and I was like, it's physically impossible that this car in Slovakia can be here in like 8 or 10 hours. It's physically impossible because I'm here in Sydney, you know. It's physically impossible. And with all kind of this type of damage, and how can I say that, the personal things, do you know what I mean, like stuff in you know, in the car, what you are usually what you have usually in the car, and all kind of stuff. And I was like, it's physically impossible. They should just teleport. They should just use teleport. There is no other way.
Is there a way you could do a screen share to let us see some of these files that he sent you?
Technically, you are not right. He didn't send them to me, and I didn't download them neither. Special unit working for us, special military unit working for us, stole these hard drives from his computer, and this well-trained, because it is not only a soldier, but this group of soldiers, this well-trained group of soldiers, they were hired to execute them. I mean, him and his fiancée. They were raging that someone was faster than they were, because they know that, how can I say that, they know that something very important was on these hard drives, but they don't exactly know what it was. And that's our advantage.
Well, so when after they killed them, they weren't able to recover the hard drives because you have them, or the ACL?
Yeah, you were right.
So that basically mission failed. I mean, all they did is just create a huge shitstorm.
Yes, from their point of view, mission failed. Yes, you were right. Because this death, I mean, these two deaths are all over the media, all over the world.
And so when you reach out to authorities and give them this information, get something about the teleportation and so on, what's the response? Has it been favorable?
Oh, that's the stuff. Very good response, because Australian information agencies working very closely with MI5 and MI6 in UK. They know the people who knows. I love that. Sorry, okay. enough joking. The fact is that they know about the teleport, and they was able to, how can I say, to see the structure problems in the car. They can happen only during teleportation. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what was absolutely crazy? That they get this car into the trailer, and I was driving behind them. No chance to open the trailer, to manipulate with the car inside the trailer, nothing. And once they get to Expertise Institute, they open the trailer, and the car was undamaged. No, you know, scratches. No, how can I say that, scars are after the bullets, nothing. That's weird, you know. Everything is weird on this case.
Well, can you tell us more about what was in these files that you recovered from?
Yeah. They were several tens of thousands of photos and several hundreds of hours of video footage of underground bases, I mean private underground military bases of Umbrella and Monarch on Czech and I mean under Czech and Republic, you know, Czech and Slovak Republic. And that's the stuff why he need to die, you know, because he wants to get this public.
Do you have any information on where he got all this files? Because I mean, typically most people are not going to have access to that.
Yeah, he got the source from the inside.
Yeah, so theoretically that inside source still exists. Maybe.
Yeah, the name he's Czech guy. I don't want to share the name. The full name. Yeah, the name is Radim, so is I Radim in Czech in English language, and he told me that he gave him all the info, and I was like, are you serious? Are you sure? He's so young, and he, how can I say that, he will not stay low, you know. He will just get smashed right in medias res, you know. He will blew all it off, and he was like, it will be okay. And this happened, you know. This happened. It's crazy. And now all the countries, Slovak and Czech, twisted upside down, and they want to get the murders.
So when you say on the inside, are you saying that he was working with Monarch or the Umbrella Group, or one of those groups?
No, he was trying to, how can I say that? No, total opposite. He was trying to expose all the dirty stuff what they were doing in Czech and Slovak, and that was the reason why he need to die.
No, I realized that, but was he acting as a spy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Which one was it? Was it Monarch or Umbrella Group?
No. It wasn't about Monarch or Umbrella. He was infiltrated as a spy from one special information service. What is, how can I say that, which is mutual and cooperating for Czech and Slovak Republic. It's only one, so people in Czech and Slovak Republic will definitely know which one I am talking about right now.
So how do you think all this is going to resolve itself? Is the authorities going to just let it go and just business as usual, move on, or usually, like I said to you earlier, 2 weeks that the public will forget all about this?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I think that it will make some, I don't know, big stuff, because people, I mean normal people in Czech and Slovak, they noticed that something is not okay, something is not right, and they will, I mean, they will want to know the truth. I mean the real truth, not VAT fraud. They are not so dumb. They will not. This is not the real reason, you know. But the exact, how can I say that, timeline, what will happen, what exactly will happen, I don't know. It's hard to say. But I need to get directly to another very recent event what happened on Valentine's Day this year. So it's like February 14 in Florida. It's Florida shooting with like what, 17 victims, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is it, because technically I like to say to call it steroids, but it's not steroids, it's Cortexyphan. And these children, because it was tested, believe it or not, but it was tested on children, they were tested mostly in Middle Eastern Europe during 90s, very freshly after the Iron Curtain just went down, you know, and it was on these facilities. Jan Kuciak was trying to how can I say that, expose the existence and all kind of stuff. And this Cortexyphan is like, they call it HK or something, like hypercortexyphan or something. I mean, like extremely effective, if you want to call it that way, but it's not effective, at least from my point of view, just by the way. And the Florida shooting and the raging of this young man, what we was victim of it, it's manifesting how can super soldiers act once they are overdosed with Cortexyphan, or respectively some sort of variation of Cortexyphan. And believe it or not, but this dose, because it was so huge, such a huge dose of Cortexyphan, it literally should kill the elephant. So it was at least from medical point of view, it was how can I say that, miracle that he survived that. So he was like on steroids, you know, so full of adrenaline or something like that, and he did what he did, you know. And why I am connecting these two cases together is that these variants of Cortexyphan, they were made and derivated just right, you know, in the Middle Eastern Europe by these private corporations. And people have absolutely no goddamn clue, because they don't want to get their hands dirty in US and you know, Canadian area. That's the fact.
So you're saying that they're experimenting with our kids over here?
Yeah,
And so they're trying to incite, is this the program from some of these, like Monarch or some of these other programs? Is it triggering something that's already there?
They are not programs, they are private corporations.
No, yeah, okay, but I mean, as far as they're using the drug, is the drug also working with the pre-programs that the children are getting as well, or is it independent? It's just the drug itself is creating this problem.
That's the problem. Both of these alternatives you named are right.
Right.
But especially help me the name Disney agenda as a part of MK Ultra, not agenda, Disney program.
That's what I was seeing. Yeah, it would look like MK or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The Ultra Milab MK is.
Yeah, you are right. And that was the crazy stuff that children, Russian, Belarusian, Ukrainian, and Slovak, Czech children, they were kidnapped to US and Canada, respectively. Latin America, and children from US, from Canada, from Latin America, they were kidnapped to Europe to make this experimentation, because how can I say that, one of the basic emotion they need to have in this, during this experiments, is fear. And how can you get the fear the easiest way on children? So easy to set them to some unknown, total foreign, how can I say that, country they don't know nothing about, something like that, and that's it. And once they are in such a big fear, they need to, how can I say that, kill the bad emotion with something. And this Cortexyphan, from my point of view, big shit, really big deal. How can I say that? It's false flag. It is like, it is like, okay, stay cool. This will help you. The doctor will say to the child, and they will dose this child at once, because they are in separate chambers, these children, and they will dose them with Cortexyphan, and Cortexyphan will what? Kill the fear. But this is crazy, because there will be no fear without being in strange and foreign, do you know what I mean, country for them.
Is there a street name for this drug as well? Is this being handed out on the street?
Technically, it's some variation of speed. What is, help me, pervitin, something like that.
Is there a name that they're calling it on the street?
I don't know. So, but I know for sure, it's some variation of speed. What is like pervitin.
Yeah, but it makes you fearless, kind of like, was it like cocaine or something?
Yeah, fearless, like, how can I say that? It was made during Vietnam War, that the soldiers had no fear, and they were like, what? This is suicide mission, and they were like, that's not a problem, we can do that. And that was it. It wasn't about wow, we can do that. because they had no fear. That's the stuff.
And so why were they giving this to Nicholas Jesus Cruz and probably some other kids at this school?
Because they want to how can I say that, to manifest what all they can do.
Their super soldier abilities on campus?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you are right, but they want to see what super soldier is capable of, and once he or she, because it can be both, you know, male or female, capable of under heavy influence of Cortexyphan.
Why didn't they just do that in one of their laboratories? Why did they have to put it in a public school?
Once again, because they need to know in the praxis how can I say that, rage, how furious these super soldiers can go.
What are they telling the parents? Or are they not telling the parents and just
no,
giving these drugs?
No, you are not right. They call all the children, respectively, all the teenagers, to school doctor, and it is some sort of vaccination.
So they're actually getting shot up on the campus. They go into the doctor's office and they give them injections.
Yeah, you were right, but that's the stuff. Nobody knows, even the director. Nobody knows.
The director? A director of what?
Of the school.
Like the president of the school.
Yeah, you are right. Because it is like, how can I say that, some special sort of doctor. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, wouldn't these kids go home and tell their parents, Mommy, the doctor's shooting me up with some weird drugs?
No, because they didn't told them, it's drug. No, it is like some sort of vaccination, for example, like there are mosquitoes or something like that. Do you know what I mean? These bullshits. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a required vaccination.
Yeah, you are absolutely right.
Now, I do want to comment. There's a video of a girl who claims that she heard multiple shots around campus at the same time she was talking to the shooter. So it appears that there were multiple shooters. Can you confirm that was the case, Peter?
No. I mean, she's lying.
Is she a crisis actor?
Yeah, she's actor, but a very bad actor, at least from my point of view.
I actually was in the bathroom at the moment, and I had came back to my classroom and I knocked on the door, and the fire alarm went off, and principal came on the speaker and just said everyone needs to evacuate right now. So that's what we did. As I was going down the stairs, I heard a couple shots fired. Everyone was freaking out, saying that it was a gun. And as we were walking, the whole class together, I actually was speaking to the suspect, Nicholas Cruz. And as I was speaking to him, he seemed very, I don't know what the word I want to say is, but he was trouble in middle school, so I kind of joked to him about it and said, I'm surprised you weren't the one who did it. And he just gave me a huh? So that's really what happened.
You were walking down the hall, he had already fired at that time?
Yes, sir, with him.
Weren't you scared?
In the moment I wasn't, because there was definitely another shooter involved, but...
Oh, you think he was not the only one?
No, definitely not.
Why do you say that?
Because when shots were fired, I saw him after the fact. So, and the shots were coming from the other part of the building. So there definitely had to be two shooters involved, I believe.
That's the first I've heard of that. Did you see any other students who were wounded?
No, sir. I really have no words. I mean, I've known him since middle school. He's always been nice to me. He definitely should be paying for what he's done.
Alexis says she never saw a gun, and when she was walking with Cruz, she just thought he was evacuating the school like everyone else. Only later did she realize just how fortunate she is to be alive.
So you can confirm they hired a bunch of crisis actors that day to what? Control the narrative?
Yeah.
Because they don't want people to know that this guy was actually a super soldier?
Yes, you are absolutely right.
Does that mean that he manifested some kind of supernatural ability, being that he is a super soldier while he was on this drug?
Yeah, he manifested such abilities in many ways. But how can I say that? Authorities, they are in charge of it. They banned the reportages. I mean, they forced journalists to cut off the video footages and the photos of how can I say that, cars flipped over, respectively flipping cars over and all kind of stuff.
That reminds me of the story of Andy Perot. He said that when he was activated, he could flip cars over. Now that was back in 1991 when he was going through these experiences. So I could just show you how much more advanced they've gotten.
Yeah, just by the way, when I was activated, I flipped over the 70 short tons heavy Abrams tank when I was activated. Just by the way.
Well, we're glad that you didn't go on a shooting spree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Definitely.
Cortexyphan. Now, can you comment? Well, I mean, there must have been hundreds or maybe even thousands of eyewitnesses at this high school. Surely other people would have seen it, other children. Maybe a lot of them have cell phones. They can snap photos.
Yeah, but they, people who are responsible for that, this Men in Black comedy, they are using some sort of neuralizer, some people look at that and they just delete this memory,
Oh, so they can actually do a mass deletion of memories on multiple people at the same time.
Yeah, you're right.
Like Men in Black.
Yeah.
Now I've heard about this because I've heard there was like a UFO sighting at the Super Bowl, and then you go back and there was videos on YouTube, and you go back a couple of days later and all the videos are gone and nobody remembers about it, and I remember it, and I was wondering, it's almost like they erased everybody's memories. Have you heard about this, Jessica?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I remember it. Yeah, I remember it.
Yes, you are right. But this is, how can I say that? This is their usual type, respectively way how they are working. Once they don't want to remember, nobody to remember, they wipe the memories out, and once they want to remember, they will be okay with that. Believe me, I know that.
Well, Peter, do you have any photos of these cars that were turned over we could publish?
Actually, myself not, but they will be appearing soon. Believe me.
You mean on the internet, through WikiLeaks, some other source?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. Is there anything else you want to talk about this experience?
I think that we are okay for now. And do we have another questions now?
Well, yeah, there was another event the same day. There was a shooting at the NSA Fort Meade. Here's an article from the Baltimore Sun. I guess, Peter, you can look at it. But
yeah, but technically, we need to talk about who was killed and why.
Yeah, well, actually, if you read the article, Peter, it says nobody was harmed. So, but the thing is, what's strange about this is that this van, they claim this van was made a wrong turn. It was going into the NSA. But if you look at the photos, you can clearly see the van was actually, it was going the opposite direction as if it was trying to escape, and it went into the opposite lane where people come in. And it got wedged into this concrete wall. And then you see bullet holes in the windows, and you see blood on the ground. So how in the world, I mean, obviously it appears the media is lying to us. This guy, somebody was shot and was hurt. And what can you tell us about these three men? Oh, okay, here they're saying that the driver was not dead. He was arrested for child support, is what they're saying. The official narrative.
No, this is it what I'm trying to tell you, that they were like, give me a sec. Yeah, 12 people died, but this is the problem. We are talking about people, right? What's not exact stuff, because they were not people, no of them, but there were 6 aliens, all of them different races, sorry, and 3 hybrids, 3 crossbreeds. That's the problem. And they were just shapeshifted in order to look like people. And the problem was, once they were shot and killed, they automatically lose the shapeshift ability, if you want to call it that way, and the witnesses, they were all over the place, was able to see them in their normal, shape, and that caused the mass panic, the mass hystery, and the chopper, Notar chopper, what is like, Notar is non-tail rotor, so this type of helicopters can fly absolutely with absolutely no sound. They was called there in order to spread this, if you want to call it that way, wiping memory pools all over the place. It was so weird. They did it in bad way,
Is that the same thing they did down in Florida with the children in the school?
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, you are right.
Interesting.
Peter, does this have anything to do with what I saw regarding the when I told you I went out to California and we had a discussion about this earlier?
Yeah.
That there was it looked like a timeline where I had a vision of the Russians starting like a World War III or something on either sides of the coasts, east and west coast, but I knew it was in another dimension. And you said that was not the Russians.
Yes, they were Nazis.
Okay, so I was having a vision of that, but it was not, but they were making themselves look like they were Russians to throw me off.
Yeah, you are right.
Is it that the Nazis actually change themselves so they make themselves look like Russians, or they were just doing that to me?
No, they were, how can I say that? They were trying to trick you. They were trying how good you are in recognizing, the truth from lie. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and so, but that's not going to happen. That's just another
yeah. And just by the way, because everything is connected somehow with everything, we were talking about Semjase, I think, at least in very beginning, right?
Right.
And she is, how can I say that, connected somehow with Nordics mentally.
Okay.
And Nordics are what, believe it or not, they are phenetizing Nazis. So technically, that's the reason why Semjase is incarnating herself into typical Nordic body. So she's like very tall. I'm talking about like what, 6.5 feet tall, pale skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, all kind of this stuff, you know. And
I saw someone on the airport like that.
yeah, and how can I say that? She did this. What it is like? What it is like? Hypnotizing these Nazi generals and all kind of the stuff, and they are admiring her, you know, because she's trying to tell all these powerful people that they are her children.
Yeah. Yeah. I
What
can
is
see that.
technically not true. No,
No.
it's not true.
No.
But she's very good manipulator. I mean, from mental point of view, she's very good manipulator. And she tried to manipulate me too. And she is very angry at me that, you know, I was able to resist her.
Did she kill your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happened about a year ago.
Yeah. In this May, it will be 1 year. Yes, you are
It's
right.
horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, yeah. Because she want to have babies with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So go ahead.
yeah, I know we're jumping around a bit, but I was hoping we can go back to this incident at the NSA. Why were these shapeshifters shot, and how did they know they were shapeshifters? If they
Yes, they were, because once again, once they were shot, I mean deadly shot, every single shapeshifter will lose the ability of being shapeshifted. And they were shapeshifted, they were killed on the purpose, because their mission was over. But that's the problem, that even we in ACIO don't have any clue what was this mission about. Because the US president is very nervous these days, last few weeks, if you want to call it that way, because he is writing to us in ancient Sumerian some letters. He called it letters from the other side, and a very good friend of mine and my colleague was calling with him. It was like 2 days ago, and these letters from the other side are from super soldiers army, you know.
All right, Peter, this is confusing. Are you suggesting Donald Trump is channeling ancient Sumerian and sending you the letters?
Not to me, but to ACIO. Yes, you are right.
So he recently got in contact with you guys?
Yes, with us, and especially with Council of Five.
Yeah. Was
So
that
that's his walk-in.
Sorry?
Was that his walk-in? Donald Trump's walk-in?
What do you mean walk-in?
Well, you're saying that is he an like an Anunnaki or something? Why is he speaking ancient Sumerian?
No, how can I say that? Not ancient Sumerian that he's Anunnaki, but he can speak and read ancient Sumerian in order to talk with. Anunnakis, they were Anunnakis because it's like 9 or 10 billions of years ago, because now there are no Anunnakis. They are good ones, Elohims, and bad ones, and Nephilims. And the super soldier army, or armies if you want to call it that way, and the Anunnakis, they are from 12th dimension, and this super soldier army, or respectively armies, they are from 8th dimension, something like that, and they are trying to communicate with not primarily with us, with ACIO, but primary with Council of Five. But the, how can I say that, the purpose is unknown, because it is like, how can I say that, once you see the TV show Fringe, and there was this extremely complicated thing they called pattern, and it's like, how can I say that, the slide of events, and you can't see, okay, this event, that event, that event, but what the heck is the purpose? We don't know the purpose. This is what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean?
So no, Donald Trump is then communicating because he feels that everyone understands in the ACIO, they would understand ancient Sumerian.
Yeah, and in the Council of Five too, yes.
Yes, and so that now the request, well, what was he requesting or suggesting something?
No, he was forcing.
That he insisting on something.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the problem. Then after that, immediately after that, after the communication is done, he's like cut it off. No single memory. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he doesn't remember doing it.
Yeah, exactly. He's like you are fools. This is not true.
So he's keeping notebooks, and he's wondering where these notebooks or how he's writing.
Yeah. I mean, like, no, I didn't wrote that. That's bullshit. That's impossible.
Like, do you think it probably doesn't remember? But that's why I said a walk-in, like someone stepped through his body or he channeled something.
Yeah, you were right.
But who would that be? Who do you think was communicating through
That's
him?
the problem. I've got no goddamn
Do you
clue.
think that was Anu? Because I'm feeling it was Anu.
Yes, it's extremely highly probable. And what I saw on this video line, that stenograph. Do you know what is stenograph? You can read really fast.
Right.
That he because the ancient Sumerian writings, you can't write it so fast. But he's like, and I was like, what the heck? You can't write this writing so fast. It's physically impossible. You know? And it was like, what the heck? And after that, he's very, exhausted. He's sleeping few hours, and after that, I didn't wrote that. That's some serious ass bullshit. You know?
But see, Anu can step through anyone, can he? Like, anyone that's somewhat open.
Yes, you are right. And this is another positive confirmation that, how can I say that? The original, the genuine Donald Trump was replaced by also called Donald Trump from Council of Five side in 1976.
96, he was replaced.
Yep.
His soul.
Yeah, you are right.
By the Council of Five.
Yeah, you are right.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to wrap this up soon.
Which one was it? Was it Emerthers, or which group was it?
Yeah, Emerthers, and
so he's an Emerther, Donald Trump?
No. He was just, it was just provided by Emerthers, and they are joking with us too, you know.
Yeah, I know how they are.
He's right. His brother, his sister. No, he can't be sister. It's he. And you know,
I know how they are. Yeah,
they are joking. They can't be serious.
I know. They're very silly.
Yeah. With
that's okay. I love them.
Yeah, but with twisted
sarcasm,
sense of humor. Yeah,
sarcasm.
Yeah, twisted sense for humor. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know one by the name of Gary? Because Gary talks to me often.
Yeah, a very good friend of mine. He love cigars, poppy cookies, and coffee.
Well, I have to ask him about that.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm happy that we
well, Peter, I was wondering, did I wrote President Trump a letter? Did he comment about that letter?
Yeah.
Is that how he got in contact to you?
We talked. I mean, myself and him. We talked before the letter, but the Secret Service. I mean, the Secret Service just for president is monitoring you, just by the way.
Oh, okay.
Monitoring James?
Yeah,
James?
since the letter.
Okay.
Are we all being monitored here, or just James?
for good purpose, so be okay.
Yeah. Well, I know that Trump got rid of a lot of his Secret Service that was associated with Obama because he was worried they were probably going to do something bad to him. But it's good that he cleaned house, and I guess he's got his own private security force to help him out.
Yeah.
Great. And well, I've got so many more questions, but we're gonna have to wrap this up. But I do want to mention, I apologize to the audience members. I called Eric Snowden, so I apologize for that. And I wanted to ask Peter a really quick question. It's really just yes or no. Do you have any more information about the snow in Australia?
Yes, these snow islands, if you want to call them that way, are smaller than last time we talked together, but they are higher. And you can't, we can't get rid of them. It's very weird.
You mean there's snow piles that are extremely big?
Yeah.
And the alpaca, and of course it's summertime down there. It's February.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But do you have any information who's causing it?
Yeah, Nazis.
Yeah, 'cause that was going to be my question for Barbara. Do you think Semjase didn't? She probably knew what I was about to ask.
Yes, because this is it, my friend. Semjase is extremely closely connected with Nazis, and she will be, how can I say that, revealed. She will be exposed. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she get very angry, very upset that all this connection will be blown. Covered blown. Not good.
That's what she said. You blew it.
You are absolutely right.
Which is such a strange thing to say. I mean, all she had to say is, "I'm sorry, I don't have any information about this, and I really can't comment about it." Well,
but this is it, my friend. This is it, my friend. This is positive confirmation. Do you know what I mean? Because this is it. You blew it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, audience members, we're gonna have to call it short. But if you have any questions for Peter or Jessica, or I guess even for me, you're welcome to leave it in the comments section. It's a lot easier to respond to them in YouTube instead of sending to me on Facebook and a barrage of other locations. Also, be sure to visit. Why don't you plug in your website, Jessica?
Okay, sure. It is Jessica at readingsbyariel.com and or www.readingsbyariel.com. I don't know if should I type that in?
I'll put in the link in the description for the audience members. Also, thank you, Peter, for joining us. And Peter's website is peter-insider.com. And I'm assuming, is that actually your website, or is there somebody else that's?
No, it's my website, personal website.
All right. Of course, that is mostly in Slovak language or in Czech.
Yeah.
So you might have to use Google Translate for that one. And also be sure to visit supersoldiertalk.com. I have many articles and, of course, these videos on there. Then also visit neologicaltech.com to support the work that I do. And I'm working on getting those more cubes in stock. Apologize for the delays, but we're working as fast as I'm working as fast as I can. And also, I encourage the audience members to continue drinking the mint tea. That will help your mind. I guess benevolent beings will rent out a piece of your mind to help, help the ACIO and help you out with issues in your life as well, it appears. Okay, so I guess that appears to be all. Oh yeah, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. So, anybody else have any final comments?
I think we are okay. We are good to go.
Okay, thank you, Peter, and thank you, Jessica, and thank you, audience members as well. Until next time, bye-bye. Please consider supporting Super Soldier Talk by purchasing your own Neo Meditation device. Your Neo Meditation device will help you reduce stress, integrate trauma, enhance intuition, enhance clairvoyance, and enhance creativity. Get yours now at www.neologicaltech.com.